I am not ready for this one, people. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
If you don't already know, my name's Kathy.
My name's Tom.
And we're the Marvelous Donohues.
Marbleheads. Long pause. Welcome.
Why do you say long pause?
I want to put a dramatic effect in there. And speaking of dramatic effect, I'm wearing my Captain America shirt again.
Yes, he is. And if you follow us on Instagram, I posted that earlier today, letting you guys know that he was indeed wearing the shirt again.
I am serious about this shirt, so...
I see you are. But if you're new here, I just want to let you know that you are watching the best Marvel review show in the universe.
In the universe, not only the physical universe, but the Marvel cinematic universe.
Yes.
We're going to be reviewing all of the Marvel TV shows on Disney Plus, like Loki, WandaVision, Mandalorian. We have our What If Wednesday.
What If Wednesdays, people, don't miss out.
That's right.
Every Wednesday, we're going to be reviewing the What If episode.
And if you haven't watched them, stop right now.
No.
Go back and watch them. No, don't do that.
Don't stop. What we need for you to do is like and
subscribe.
And subscribe.
That's right.
Like and subscribe. And pass it along to your friends.
That's right. That's right. And also tonight, we're going to be going into episode number 3. This is the halfway point of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
See, I caught him. He almost said Falcon and the
Snowman.
And the Snowman. See, it's easy to do. It's easy to do.
But we won't do it.
We won't do it. We won't do it. Listen, you guys, if you've ever seen that movie, comment down below and just tell me what it's about.
We may have to watch the movie and draw some parallels. I don't know.
We should. But you know what Tom didn't do? He didn't put up the 3 fingers, so I'm gonna have to do it for him. Too late. We're doing episode number 3. And finally, before we go ahead and get started, we don't waste your time, we want to do our shout out to our English as a second language learners.
Students.
Hola
amigos, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien.
You too?
He too. Okay, but we're doing good, and our students in Korea and anywhere else on the continents you are watching, welcome to the Marvelous Donahue family, and you are now a Marvelhead.
Marvelheads, that's right.
So let's get started.
Marvelheads, again, welcome.
Welcome. Let's go ahead and get started, Tom.
Yes, so where we pick up is a little crazy to me.
Very crazy.
Captain America and his sidekick, I'll call him his sidekick because I don't know what his real rank is or anything. Sidekick Hoskins. They're after the Flag Smashers. And that makes a lot of sense. But you know what didn't make a lot of sense to me was the character of Captain America. He doesn't. I'm gonna use incorrect English here. He ain't no Steve Rogers.
He is not Steve Rogers, and it shows up. Listen, last week when I talked about anger issues, he got it, okay, but he kind of, I don't know. The guy spit in his face, so look, he kind of deserved
maybe I'll give him a mulligan on
a
this
little
one.
roughing up, but he does not seem to have the character or the qualities to have that shield.
No, he doesn't.
Seem a little cray people.
So he's after the Flag Smashers, like I think everybody at this point is trying to be after the Flag Smashers. So Sam and Bucky, what are they doing? They're like, we need some breadcrumbs. We need to find out where this super soldier serum is. We need to find out where the Flag Smashers are. Hey, I got a great idea. Let's bust Nemo out of jail. Bust Nemo out of jail.
Oh, I think it's Zemo.
Nemo is the little fish in Disney. So.
Yes. Look, they gonna bust him out of jail. Hey, it's still Disney. Nemo could be coming to help.
So we're actually finding Zemo at this point.
Yes. And listen, are they shaking hands with the devil? We talked about that in another episode. We won't say what episode.
You must go back and watch all our episodes to figure this out.
Yes, but you guys, Zemo's crazy, and we all know that from the last episodes we've seen him in.
Remember, he
crazy.
Came from Winter Soldier, Captain America, Winter Soldier, and he was causing all sorts of mayhem there.
He was, and he gonna do the same here.
Yeah.
And,
so they're shaking hands with him. They're like, "You need to help us." He goes, "Well, I got a great place to start." So they head off to an island.
Yeah, an island for pirates. There's always one of an island for pirates in the Disney movies.
They're never on the cruise ships. They're never on the tour stops. So I don't know where they are. But
so they're dressed up. First of all, he is a count, or is he count a lord, something like that.
Oh, you mean Zemo? Zemo's a baron.
He's a baron.
He has some royalty behind him.
Yeah. So
and he came from Sokovia. Now, if you remember, Age of Ultron, Sokovia went up in the air and got destroyed and stuff, and Zemo none too happy about all that.
Right, so that's how he turned into a bad guy. Yeah. You know, that's usually a bad guy story. Somebody died, somebody destroyed their country, and he was out to get even. So now Bucky has essentially busted him out of jail, and they're on their way to this pirate island.
Oh my gosh.
And once they get there, the craziness starts happening, and they all are dressed up. And
there were some funny parts to this movie too. I was like, and you tell the first one, because you like that one with Sam.
Well, with Sam's dressed up like an African prince. Zemo says, "You look like this bad guy, and let's dress you up like him." So Sam's like, "Wait a minute, you guys look normal, and why am I dressed like an African pimp or something like that?"
Why am I the only one dressed like a pimp or something?
He did. The suit looked good on him, but he was right. And Zemo looked like a villain that had just came from the 70s. He had on like one of these thick he looked like oh my gosh, the guy you brought the poster for me,
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath. He had like the fur jacket, and it was really weird.
The comedic moments were one of this is he's like trying to dance in the club, right? And I'm like, dude, keep your day job. You know,
this is crazy. He is crazy.
But they were in pursuit. They were trying to find the serum. They're trying to get all this together. And then there's introducing of the power broker.
Oh yeah, the power broker. They were introduced in the last episode, but now they're really getting closer.
They're starting to dig out some of the storyline with the power broker.
Yeah, and they're at the club, and they're meeting with a lady there. Tom said, "Who she look like?"
She reminded me. If you watch the episode, please watch it. By the way, if you watch it, she looked like Annie Lennox of the Eurythmics back in the 80s.
Yeah, Google it or YouTube it. Annie Lennox.
And let us know if you think she looks like Annie Lennox.
Let me tell you something. I love some Annie Lennox. Sweet dreams are made of these.
No singing on this show, maybe. Maybe we'll sing in maybe the last episode. I don't know.
It's okay. But you know what, people? I gotta consult my notey notes. So I can stay on track. And speaking of music and Annie Lennox, I thought that there was a theme of music running through this episode.
That was a little satire too to me, I think, right? What did you think? The music was, it felt kind of right, but then it felt really kind of weird.
It did, because here they are walking into the meeting, and the music that was playing was like what was it? It was
like a Russian folk music or Russian classical.
Yes. And they're walking in slow mo, and it's like
Anton Dvorak or something like that. I don't know what it sounded like. But it was really, it's kind of cool. But then it seemed like, did it fit the motif? I don't know.
I don't think it did. To me, it did not fit the motif. And then there were several other times where music was playing. It did fit. But it was just like, wow, there's a lot of music in this episode, which I found to be unusual.
It was. It was unusual.
Yeah.
And as they go through their journey, they're like, they're like getting close to where this doctor is doing the serum.
Oh yeah.
And then enters Sharon.
Oh, y'all remember Sharon?
You remember Sharon from the Winter Soldier?
Yes.
She was helping Steve Rogers and the Avengers out.
Mm-hmm.
She eventually, her story was not too happy. She became a fugitive.
Right.
From the United States. She went to hiding.
Mm-hmm.
She became like a hustler.
Oh, listen, she said she was a hustler. So she met them after the bar. She kind of pseudo rescued them after the person that they were going to meet died.
Which was the Eurythmics looking lady.
Yeah, she got shot. And Sharon, I'm looking down at my notes, she was like stealing and killing. She was like, I make my living hustling priceless artifacts, steal them. I'm doing all that. She is just neck deep, not knee deep, neck deep in the criminal underworld. Yeah. So Sam's like, what is going on with you?
And if I understand correctly, she kind of grabbed power after the blip happened. Everyone was coming back.
Yes,
there was that discontent, civil discontent. So she saw this opportunity.
Yes,
to do all this hustling.
Yeah. And do this power grab and say, okay, look, everybody's gone. Nobody's here. We finna start stealing and killing.
Yeah.
And she was like, Sam, you, we aren't kids anymore. You know, I think all that hero stuff, even though I helped you before, is hypocritical. And she was sour on the idea of heroes and everything, a lot like Zemo, which was surprising.
And remember, in this episode, it came back out again, Sam's discontent with himself about, should I kept the shield, should I destroy the shield? You know, that came up again in this episode. And, you know, she's like, well, Sam, you must think the same way. You must think this is hypocritical.
Yeah, because after what they did to you and just changed Captain America, she was like, and she's a lot like, has some of the same attitudes as Carly.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about Carly, hey, let's talk about Carly and the Flag Smashers.
They're not good people.
Right, but you know, they are not good people. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I feel Carly, when hearing more of her story, that she wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah, so we're going to another, it's kind of a character study.
Right.
So we're looking at her, and you're right. She had some good heart in there because she wanted to be a teacher. You know, I remember this one phrase that she questions. She asks one of her other Flag Smashers friend, "Did you ever think you'd be doing this?" Right.
So she was thinking about why she was doing it when Tom was talking about they were talking about it. And she would say, I took this shot and I felt like it was going to kill me.
Yeah.
But I did it so the kids at the orphanage, the kids that are like me, can have their chance, because she has this idealistic way of thinking about things. And I wrote this down. Carlsberg's 6 stages of moral development. And remember last time I talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yeah.
And this is sort of like that. This is, Carlsberg had this theory of how people develop as they grow older. And to me, she was at the stage that, stage 5, that the rules make sense to her, but only if they serve a purpose.
Right.
And she was just like, listen, everybody came back and they kicked us out and they took everything from us.
They disenfranchised us again. Because remember, she didn't get raised. She got raised in those relocation camps, and she was raised by that one lady.
Right.
That she actually ended up help taking care of when she got older.
Right. And she felt like, I don't want these kids in this camp going through the same thing I did, because I'll even flip back to Loki and Sylvie.
Right. Well, I was just about to say that. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's that kind of thing where
lower level thinking.
Right. That she's survival. She's like, listen, I survived all this time. Now I got this super strength, and we are going to use it to get what we want and make sure the kids in these orphanages aren't taken advantage of. And we see close to the end that she does.
Yeah, she does. She they have that arson, they blow up, and she blows up. She believes in having the world. And she believes, they believe in this borderless world.
Right.
That everybody's going to have what they're supposed to have, what they're entitled to.
Right, right.
And going back to the pursuit, the mad pursuit of this doctor, Bucky and Sam, they get to the storage container.
Yeah, yeah.
And what do? They find this dude, and he really unpacks and unravels the whole mystery behind the serum.
And what was that again?
So it was a joint. It was a joint Hydra and CIA kind of a tag team. CIA's developing some stuff, Hydra's developing some stuff, and who's in the middle? Someone you don't think about, but Isaiah.
Right, and listen, remember what Isaiah was talking about in the last series? Yeah. He was like, they kept him in prison for 30 years. Yeah. So Hydra had him first, had captured him, and then when Hydra was disbanded and they took the people from Hydra, they actually took him too and was using him, like he said, and experimenting on. And this is what this doctor's saying. Yeah. And the doctor had blipped out. Now he blipped back, and he was able to continue the work. Not start off with the CIA. The blip happened, and then he started doing it for this power broker. And we don't know who this is, you know. But just to tell you the story, Zemo went crazy.
Yeah. Zemo went crazy. And he caps the old doctor. The guy that knows how to mix the recipe. Yeah. He's dead.
Because he was like, you ain't going to be doing this no more, brother.
Yeah, because remember something about Zemo. He's a zealot. He is Sokovia. He's mortally heartbroken that his country was destroyed by the Avengers. Yes. And blaming the Avengers like a lot of other people did. Yeah. Even though they were trying to save the universe from Ultron. So... he kills the guy, and in one way that's a blessing, but in another way that could be a curse.
Yeah, well, it was crazy. I know why he killed him, but Sam did not want him to do that, and that's one reason why Sam was like, dude, you should be back in jail. And they head off to a safe house that Zemo has in the next place where they think the flag smashers, that's going to be a tongue twister, are going to be. Right. And who do we find there at this hideout? Secret hideout.
Tell me.
We find the girls from Wakanda.
Oh, right. So Bucky's they're standing around hanging out at the safe house, and all of a sudden he's sitting there and he looks down on the ground, and there are these little beads, and you don't really think about it, but they're very small, and they're like little breadcrumbs, and he's following them, and he knows who these people are, and they're the Wakandans, and this one very strong warrior princess is there, and she's like, hey, we're here to get Nemo.
You keep saying Nemo. It's Zemo. Finding Nemo.
Zemo.
Yeah, he's here. They're there to get him.
Yeah, try to get to Zemo, and it's like, what is going to happen?
And they had the Wakanda music going. Whoop, 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 whoop. And the girls, and Bucky turns around. He turns back around, and there she is. You know what I found very interesting?
What's that?
She didn't say, we're here to get Zemo in English.
Right, she did it in Afrikaans or
Wakandan. Whatever the Wakandan, whatever the Wakandan language is. And Bucky knew what she was talking about.
We've been there for a good while.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't think Bucky disappeared. So he had been at Wakanda for a good little while. A good little while, people. But we need to go ahead and wrap this up. We could talk about this forever, but we know that everybody's got things to do, including you. But before we go, to do the like, subscribe, and ring that bell. We still learning. People's like, why don't you tell people to ring the bell? And I'm like, okay, ring the bell. That way you'll get notified
that we have a video coming out.
That's right.
In fact, we're going to have one coming out Wednesday night, which will be the What If Wednesday.
What If Wednesday,
and
people.
Then next Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
We're going to have another.
And listen, we've talked enough.
We have?
Yes, we have. And what we want to say is please like and subscribe. Ring that bell.
Ring that notify bell.
Share with your friends.
Please. And watch all our previous videos, if you will.
Yeah, that'll help us out a lot. But for now, that's all we have.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Kathy. And we'll see you next time.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.